Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Take this Gromp away and maybe catch a rotating aiming. I really like this play from Willer.
Yeah, they might actually be able to catch aiming out as he does wander up here. And he is going to get twisted advanced on aiming. Just going to press the cleanse button though and now execute. He's going to get snared, and that is first blood so comfortably for Lucid. And now Willer, nowhere to go, gets knocked up and gets taken down. That's aiming, grabbing that one, and Dplus, two swift
kicks as well as the Cassante. And with all the grass stacks coming through as well, he's just going to be actually relevant, unlike the jungle Volibears. As meanwhile,
yeah, Execute's going in once again, but now Showmaker is here to help out, and Execute is just dead. He's been picking his times, but unfortunately they've just all been wrong. Going to be a leash, as Willer just accepts that that one's not going to happen. He's going to take his Crow Camp, and then maybe wander over to the ever so dangerous Gromp. Or just look for a little Karma. Just gonna always be dealing with minions, just conga lining towards you over and over again.
And Viego had to play around bottom side and didn't find any success, so that duo synergy, which is tough in the Karma anyways, oh boy.
Oh, there's a huge ulti from King, and I guess so, as he's gonna be taken out. Can they get more though is the question, as Closer is just having a party, and it's a double, make it a triple for Henna as Dplus just go way too deep.
In the way to make some errors happen down there from time to time. Very optimistic play here from Dplus. If it works out, they basically just close this one out off of it, but instead they actually give Henna the opportunity to be relevant. Yeah, and Clear is staying. I mean, he might actually be able to put some serious damage on this top inner. He's going to deny a lot of CS at least.
Yeah, and gold lead actually in favor of FearX towards the end of this. Teleport to come through for Clear. As Closer just ults his way over. That is going to be the steal for Willer, and that's going to be successful. Very nicely done. As now Callan, oh my god, Clear just finds all of them with that W, but look at Dplus. They just regroup, and Kingen is impossible to damage. They need to try and find a way to do damage past this Volibear.
And it looks like Showmaker just mantra shields the entire team as Clear goes on top of them and denies that damage. Just try to hard force skirmishes, and I think that's absolutely what this comp wants to do, but it needs an Ahri with it.
Well, Clear could be in trouble here, as there are a lot of feathers being thrown around. A huge teleport to come in from Kingen, as he's looking to get that flank angle. Clear is going the wrong direction, so he's likely going to be taken down. The question is,
now Dplus have full control over Baron. He may have to teleport in. There he goes.
Immediately he is going to teleport forward. Clear doesn't have his teleport crucially, so he won't be able to reach this fight as soon as he spawns. He's going to have to run his way over there. Willer still trying to get in there for the steal. Should still be a 50-50 as Nature's Grasp does come down. Closer looks for the angle. Showmaker gets taken down solo. The battle dance. Kellen just absolutely taking control of the fight as the Baron's going to be secured now for Dplus. And aiming and Kellen, they've gotten to relative safety, and it looks like Lucid will just sacrifice himself for his teammates. Henna picks up another kill, but that is a Baron on 3 members. So can he actually find himself Nature's Grasp to actually win out on this fight? Ocean Drake has been started off. Q connecting with no one in particular here for Showmaker as Execute now going to find the roots. Throws them forward, and now Closer's dashing in with a Spirit Rush. That's a huge third Q to come through from Clear as Execute. Even able to get that kill, but they trade one back. The jungler taken out. That's going to mean that Soul Point goes over to Dplus. And now Lucid's able to protect Showmaker here as well. And Closer's going to have to run for the hill. Still Clear looking for another opportunity. Featherstorm going to be used here for aiming. As he pulls the feathers back. Henna's still alive, so they can still fight this.
To back with Kalista when he's so low range, and this is kind of the problem that we were talking about with the draft for the Xayah, because in team fights, if Henna gets on top of you, you're going to have a big problem, and Showmaker may stop it back. Or
Closer will just find a charm. There's the Spirit Rush, and he's just dead. Okay.
Did he have a minion on the base?
He had Arm Guard.
How did Closer actually see? Very annoying Cassante, as you can see here from aiming. Meanwhile,
yeah, got another fight here as Callan going to be taking a fair bit of damage. He's going to be CC'd up, but it's a trade of supports. Both of them going down now as Willer turns into a Rakan, gets a decent grand entrance. As Closer tagged by the Wind Becomes Lightning. Lucid wanting that extended Audacious Charge, but exactly right. Charm is going to connect there onto Kingen, but he is the one that just does not care about those charms. He's got to A lot of tenacity, but he also has that Spirit Visage like we were talking about. He is running towards Willa. And that is about it. Flank angle once again. Closer still wanting to find that opportunity and should be able to get on through there. It's Clear that starts up the fight though, and that's a very early Featherstorm, an opportunity now. But Aiming just going to get protected. Everyone just moving up to him. Execute tries to get in, but you can see Aiming creates all the space. Showmaker not going to be so lucky though, as Henna is going to be able to pick up a swift double. And now Kingen just running back towards his bottom lane. And oh, no, Closer! Okay.
He's okay.
Going to live. He's going to be...
And trading for Baron kind of out of the question at this point. Just going to try to clear up some vision there. Teleport instantly from Closer as they pick up this, and they want to group towards Baron. On the other side, they've got clear vision around this pit. They know Lucid isn't even alive. There's just no play here for Dplus with nothing for Aiming. No ability to contest.
Yeah, and this Baron, no contest whatsoever. Of course, Lucid is a million miles alive. Gonna have to be the aim of the game for all of the members of Dplus.
Punishing a flank of Closer could be one way if Kellen's brave enough to look for something like that. Willer also on a bit of a flank himself.
Control
TP?
Absolutely everywhere, though. This is an interesting TP from Clear to find the flank angle as Closer dives in, but everyone is on top of him. That Zhonya's is extremely high value, and so is the Fate's Call, as Henna finds it and Execute is going to execute. Featherstorm comes in for Aiming, but the Blade Caller does nothing, and now the resets fly in. FearX are going to dominate the team fight, and they'll take game one.
I mean, that was such a cool, rough early game, but he gets high value in that fight as well, and Dplus will fall. Massive comeback win here. This looked unplayable at 10 minutes here for FearX, but they did not crumble under the pressure. What a story of a resilient team that is on a massive losing streak. They will get it done in game one. Did not see this coming.
Nope, I was not ready for it, and Dplus are going to flounder. Look at Execute's face as well.
It feels pretty good about how this is going to be set up. The Clear can play aggressively topside with the Vi, try to shut down the Aatrox early. Maybe if Closer can get involved in some of those topside plays as well, get out of the Showmaker.
Have lane control on the top side of the map, so I think it was the smart call. As Closer, nice little hook shot onto Kingen.
Ooh, slow comes through.
Yeah, Hextech Ultimatum coming on in here, and that is going to be some space bought for the Magical Journey. I don't know about this, because then immediately, okay, the flash just brings him way too far out. Bramble Smash comes in, he wants to go onto the Magical Journey, but he's punched into the wall, and that is first blood going over to Willa. Now Henna taking some damage here towards the bottom side, but the snare doesn't land, and they just don't really seem to mind.
The journey was just a little bit too magical there. Likely at this moment in time, but it's looking hopeful.
It's definitely possible. As Showmaker's just going to flash towards Closer. That's a cast curse for you, ladies and gentlemen, as Closer, oh yeah, there it is. Lucid going to be able to lock that one down. Also had the Nature's Grasp there. So as we talk about FearX possibly win.
Interesting journey there. This needs to get a look, you know, this is a lot of plate gold going over. Lucid's in the area. Willer is spotted here. This is very awkward for FearX.
Lucid finds it there as Voltbreaker is going to be interrupted. That's going to bring out the flash as now Kingen moved over. Showmaker just soaking the threaded volley as, oh dear, there's a Tempered Fate. As Execute, there's no way that he's making it into that tube. And he is going to be taken down. Clear was distracted by some red dots here towards his top side. I also don't think he would have really been able to help out, although he does have the ultimate.
And the difference here in what is being gained is quite large. Like, okay, Clear is also in trouble.
Yeah, this is going to be a real tough one. Does have Hextech Ultimatum, but he has no opportunity to use it, as Aiming almost gets shoved back there by Closer. Probably would have just been.
Showmaker is going to clear that wave and come over here. Can they get a decisive call here on a pick is the real question.
All right, Chains of Corruption are going to connect onto Lucid here as Closer, making sure they're out of Twisted Advance range. There he is, finally able to get on in and Execute. Going to be the one to go down. That Magical Journey was not magical enough, and Henna is just going to get ripped to shreds. I'm not sure about that one, FearX. They had a plan, but it just wasn't a successful one. And then, yeah, they are going to be wiped out entirely. Showmaker able to lock down that kill as well. And there's a cease and desist as Willer is trying to make sure that Lucid cannot
count him up.
Kellen.
Magical Journey.
Yeah, this is probably a dead catfish. He was sort of caught farming. Sometimes Magical Journey can be quite confusing. Takes a while for him to go down. It's a cloud
through the turret, so I think that thing is just gone. Kingen will be able to deny the same from happening here topside. Teleport commitment.
Oh dear, okay, Tempered Fate is going to disable the turret. It's like Volibear's here in Spirit, but Kingen! He just kills him! And now the turret comes back alive once again! So they do manage to move out, they manage to take him down, it's only execute, and they'll get the turret as well, so it was a decent trade. About like late game split push, win conditions, and blah blah blah, but Dplus are snowballing with a center composition, and that means that we don't get to talk about that. Is now hookshot going to be interrupted somewhat here by Lucid, who's still taking a fair bit of damage, and the X-Tech ultimatum is going to be pretty good, but of course he was never get to make their way over to them. Teleport is going to be invested here by Clear. This X-Tech ultimatum, if they do manage to find an angle for a fight, needs to be absolutely fantastic. As Kingen, second Q doesn't even come out here, waiting for another round. As the Baron is going to be ignored now. Oh, closer! Yep, just caught. And the Tempered Fate does come in, so we can see the situation for a few moments as Clear. Not going to be able to do too much because Kellen will just devour aiming, so that Hextech ultimatum he wanted to find is just gone. And Dplus have all the answers this game.
Yeah, I mean, the follow-up there, the damage just isn't there. Lucid is blocking Henna from doing anything.
As Clear, sorry, Kingen, just going to dash back over the wall, and they're going to get back to it. Now Nature's Grasp is flying towards Henna and Closer. Closer does manage to sidestep it there, but there is the first Nexus turret that's going to go down. Now Willa, cease and desist comes in, and that is at least that first kill, but Chains of Corruption somehow does not find anyone. Kingen went down relatively low, but there's the triple kill for Showmaker. Now Henna, he's trying to kite them underneath this turret, but the pushback on the Closer, the quadra kill for the Karma, and there it is, the pentakill for Showmaker's Karma.
The second of the season, this man is just popping off, and they were fish in a barrel for him. 10-0 and 4. Showboating at the end, as I think they could have ended it faster, but you know he was screaming Penta, and you know his team said, I will grant it to you. And we are going to 3. For them there in the bottom lane, where they will have to battle it out against this Ashe and the Caitlyn, which will severely outrange them. If they can avoid the roots, I mean, the lane is going to be pretty self-explanatory for
They're not too interested in trying to fight for this one, as Willa will be able to lock that one down. I think Lucid discovered that this was happening.
This is kind of a disaster. Udyr is not supposed to lose this lane, especially not this hard.
I think Execution is calling, just really kind of working out here for Kingen as Lucid moves in. Clear, not necessarily diveable in a 2v2, but maybe it's just not a 2v2. As Slice comes in, the dice going to come out, and that is going to be first blood over to Kingen, just like that. Gorgeously done. He'll take a plate for his troubles as well.
I mean, Clear doesn't even have teleport. He's going to lose so much farm here. The plate goes down, as you mentioned, and Willer has to clean this up, which means that it's free bubs going.
Kingen is pretty happy with the state of the lane right now.
Showmaker coming back in, picked up that item.
Yeah.
Poke is real.
Full information is going to come on through. The explosive charge not going to be charged whatsoever, as there is the Keeper's Verdict over the wall. Oh, there's the flash in with the heroic charge, but Henna able to cleanse and flash, and he's out. But so is the rest of his team. There is no way they're contesting for this dragon. It is Chemtech's Soul again. Plus, they're going to be pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, the health bars are starting to get low. Showmaker is poking them down. So good into Nico for this reason, the LeBlanc pick.
And Lucid just standing his ground, trying to make sure that FearX cannot find an angle. Willa does have Paranoia, that's why he's the one that is given mid lane duty, as there is the Dominus. Keeper's Verdict, let's see who it lands on there, as sent back is Closer.
Dragon secured though,
yep.
Dplus could just walk away.
And no more kills. So this bloodless game that they were talking about, Kellen really wanted to get that CS. Okay, Arrow going to connect here, but they are blind. Really understand who it actually connected on. It might have been a Hawkshot that went through beforehand, or something like that for item number 3. I think it would be alright. As okay, Paranoia is going to be onto the Renekton. Okay, but the Nico ultimate is actually going to come through the arrow. It's not the one that we really wanted there. And the Renekton almost managed to kill Nico, but he is going to go down. Now it's Clear's turn. Okay, Lucid coming on in, but Udyr runs really fast. He's going to run really fast and tank it relatively easily with Clear. So possibly a bait. I expect the turn will come in. There was an arrow there as immediately Henna is going to throw down the cleanse. And now Paranoia comes in. The Pop Blossom only lands onto one as Lucid had soaked a lot of damage. The heroic charge is pretty good as Willa is going to be taken out. But Closer is now popping off in the fight. Kellen is going to go down for the second as the resets start to come in. Can Showmaker actually manage to make this one work is the question. As Kingen was trying to get the work done, but does give up on trying to kill the backline and instead tries to save Showmaker, who almost gets in there, does manage to get back out again and execute. What can you get done here? Kingen dives on in, and the Udyr is just fighting the crocodile. Oh no, don't leave it! That is not what you wanted, but the stun is still going to be there. Oh man, he is just so tanky. And Showmaker is still here. The Baron is still here. Spin. No, he's not going to because he might just kill himself as there is the slice. And the Baron is not going to. Last hits in the past as clear. Oh, God. Showmaker finished Deathcap as he got back home. As arrows crisscrossing with the bullets. Very, very cute there as we've got a clash of eras here on the bottom side of the map.
Udyr is not winning anything.
All right, there's a Pop Blossom. The Fate's called Pop Blossom. That was so sick. There is the Poppy going down. Paranoia comes in. Kingen has got GA FearX. You're not going to kill him. And they are going to kill
Plus here, they think they can start this up. There's no ult for execute on the turn. Kingen still has GA. A lot of work to do for Showmaker, though, to carry this fight.
Yeah, they are definitely not going to be able to steal this one away. So FearX, they collect themselves the Baron.
Control the most important objective in the game. See what Dplus can find here is Showmaker unable to get any poke done as this dragon spawns.
Yeah, Control it goes into the pit though, so at least they do have full vision. The Drake is going to be pulled out. I love this proactivity from FearX.
It's Callista, you're on a clock, Dplus.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're going to have to really find some way of engaging. There's the arrow. It's going to interrupt the Pop Blossom, but it manages to land under the Renekton into the backline anyway. He's got a GA, remember, but Lucid, he's on the Dragon, and they are just not going to be able to get in there. But Tristana also falls down. The Flash heroic charge is fantastic, but the cleanse is there from Henna, but he is eaten by a Dragon from above. And Dplus, they just take it all. The burn comes on through and execute. Okay, not going to die just that time as well. The bamboozlement, the bamboozler herself was then ultimately bamboozled.
I cannot believe the Ash Arrow just ruins the day for FearX, and that is all it takes. Dplus are going to win the series.
They are. Execute's going to go golden, but he is then going to die. And with Elder and with all of this, it is going to be aiming, just grabbing all of these kills. Nexus turret's going to go down now with 280 carries and a LeBlanc. This is not going to take very long at all. And as we crest the 40-minute mark, Dplus KIA will pick up the 2-1 victory over FearX in what was one of the stranger games that we've seen, with one of the most surprising.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.